prove something. Why? Why do we have to be something? Why do we have to solve a problem? Why? There are white people out there who don't solve problems, and I'm not trying to.
KITO was murdered.
Our popular Nigerian activist, Blaise, is on the news again. About this, sometime last month, Machi was on the news where he went to New York Pride and he traveled to America. He went to certain states in America and he went for a project. Let us get this very fact straight. He went for I think it's called the OS project in America. He was invited to America. After his trip in America with other activists from Ghana and Cameroon and African activists, after the whole project, Machi decided to stay in America. I was happy on my own that our activists in America, Machi has done a lot for this community, for the Nigerian LGBTQ community. I cannot start to mention from the NSAS campaign where we see Matthew holding billboard and shouting "Queer Life Matters" to the numbers of articles that Matthew Blaise still writes and continues to write, and to the number of facilitating and project and workshop Matthew Blaise has done and continues to do for the Nigerian LGBTQ community. Now, on this note, a lot of activists and a lot of community members have begun to complain. They had said and allegedly accused Matthew Blaise of using donation money to live a lavish lifestyle. They have accused him of using this donation money that he had claimed to raise for the Nigerian LGBTQ community to fly to America, to live in a lavish hotel in America, and to squander this donation money. Remember, this is allegedly. We at KITO, we are not stating this is true. Myself personally, I'm not saying this is true. It is allegedly. Community members, when Matthew had returned back to Nigeria, community members began to troll him on the internet. Matthew was supposed to speak on the End Homophobia campaign that we were hosting late last month with Victor Wonder, but we were unable to reach Matthew Blaise because of this said incident. And Matthew tweeted from his personal Twitter page, Son of the Rainbow, that he was dealing with mental health crisis. We have had issues like this where activists and EDs and CEOs of different NGOs and organizations have begun to raise money, saying they are raising money for shelter, they are raising money for food, they are raising money for this one, for the queer community. But one question remains: are they genuinely raising this money for our community? Let's just look at these clips and look at some of the good things Matthew Blaise have done, and then we'll dive into this topic. And I remain Chimerize Henry Ahunaya. You are listening to Breaking News Wahala, KITO, Canada.
I've always wished for the day I'll be able to celebrate Pride and just have fun as a gay person, openly living my life and just doing it. And yeah, I am having fun to the fullest. I attended my first Pride and it was the Brooklyn Pride Parade. It was fun. Went with my friends Zinzi and Dragana, and we danced and danced our butts off. Look at me. Look at my ass. Just look. Look. So pretty. Oh my God. And then I grabbed this beautiful person and we both danced and danced.
Why do we have to prove something? Why? Why do we have to be something? Why do we have to solve a problem? Why? There are white people out there who don't solve problems, and I'm not trying to even compare at all, because I hate that thing where people say, oh, straight people don't have to do this, why do gay people have to do it? I mean, there are unique ways things can exist. Straight people don't have to do this shit. Good and fine, they shouldn't do it, it's good for them. They don't do it, but I want to do it. I have to do it. Yes. So let me just introduce myself. so,
Welcome viewers, like I earlier said, a recap, Matthew has been accused of using donation money from the GoFundMe he's raising from the Nigerian LGBTQ community to live a lavish lifestyle as some community members troll him on the internet. Now, Matthew was re-invited to America. Not for a project at this time in time. Currently, Matthew is still in New York, in America, but now he is at New York and he tweeted he has gone to America. A friend invited him for his 50th his 50th birthday anniversary. And one is forced to question. The first time was for a project, and we as community began to ask, Matthew, where is this funds? They has been, sorry, let's leave this profession. Let's just have a talk. They've been in this situation, and this situation will continue to be. To some people, there are three types of, let's get it from it. There are three types of activism. There is the self, or what I call the celebrity or celebrism, celebrity activism, which is people who see activism is a nice thing. This is one way to get popular. This is one way to get famous. I'm going to agitate for these people and become the king over them. Now, that one is celebrity activism. They just want to be famous. They just want to, do things so that they'll be recognized and known and have a self-worth. There is nothing wrong with celebrity activism. The second one is what I call the manipulative and criminal activism. This is activism where people see activism and they begin to manipulate people, steal from people, use activism to extort and blackmail people. I'm not going to mention name, but I'm forced to say, like JP Crime Fighter, that is one type of his activism. Then there is the third type of activism, an activism of transparency, where the people who decide to agitate for a people or for themselves come out very transparent. They are agitating because they truly care. Now, activism can go from left to right and from right to left. I'm not saying who started pure will remain pure, or who started a celebrity or a celebrity activist cannot go down. Activism can flow down these three categories I have spoken about. Now, when it comes to activism, we've seen that our activists have not been transparent. They've not been transparent in when it comes with monetary benefit from activism. And this is the issue with most of our activists. These are the issues with Nigerians. One activist who has remained very transparent when it comes to profit of activism and monetary aspect of activism, and I'm sorry to mention, I'll keep on saying it, is Victor Wonder. When Victor Wonder wants to raise GoFundMe, he says raise Victor Wonder Survivor GoFundMe. He's not saying raise GoFundMe for community or raise GoFundMe for the Nigerian. He says raise Victor Wonder Survivor funds, in the sense that anybody who is donating knows they are donating to Victor Wonder's personal survival, his health, his food, his shelter, anything that makes him, anything he wants to, and that is very transparent. And anybody who sees Victor Wonder as a star. I'm not saying Victor does not have his flaws. Victor may have his flaws. I do not know for now. But yes, everyone has their flaws. But at the same time, when these funds are not personal survival funds, they are for community members. They are forced to question. In this situation, Matthew has been accused. Matthew may likely stay in America or come back to Nigeria. But Matthew Blaise, wherever you are, we just want to ask you, genuinely, how far with the funds? How far with the funds you said you're raising for the Nigerian queer community? Last year Christmas, Matthew says he was doing queering Christmas or queering Christmas for the Nigerian gay community. In short, the donations raising to $2,000 was raised for this queering Christmas. Community members till now cannot testify if one of these low grass community members cannot testify they attended this queering Christmas. They cannot testify to where these funds went. I know people are going to hate me, but I have to speak the truth. Because we need to be transparent, we need to stop corruption, and corruption must stop from us. With the little positions we have, with the place we are heading, we must speak the truth. Matthew, what happened to the $2,000 when it comes to queering Christmas? Matthew tweeted that this $2,000, he used half of some percentage of this money to buy books for the community. He donated half of this to a supposed NGO which was not mentioned, and the rest we do not know. Matthew, we want to be very honest. I want to be very honest with you. We in Nigeria, we two of us know that the queer community have not gotten to the place where they need to start reading book. Before person go read book, person gas chop. Before somebody can say, I want to be educated, they have to be food in their belly, they have to be roofed in their head. That $2,000 you said you are raising for queering Christmas, even if you used it to buy ncha na kamu and share to community members, it would have been better than books. Books are very good. We can access this book. In short, some of the authors of this book you spent that money can freely donate these books publicly, and we can have a public library where these people can go and read this book, return it back. So, what happened to the $2,000? This is not the first time Matthew has been accused of squandering funds. And Matthew is using mental health to cover up for this fund. Matthew will understand that yes, there will be mental health, but not just like Nigerian government now. When they go talk, say they don't chop money, they faint for the court or for the Senate House. What we expect from Matthew Blaise is when he's settled, when he comes back to Nigeria, wherever he decides to settle, we'll still stand with you. You have done great things. But we expect you to raise a committee, give us a logistic of how these donations, the expenditures of these donations, where and how you are spending the money. We are not saying you're not going to eat from the money. We understand you have to survive. We understand that you have to exist. We understand as a human being, there are some miscellaneous expenses. Even when you are standing and going for this event, you will not use your own personal money to be driving or using Uber or to be, or you are getting. We understand you do not have another paying job. We understand activism is where you get food to eat from, but at the same time, they say person wey dey chop, make him no chop everything comot, make him chop small, put back from where him dey work. What am I saying? Where you have been working from, what, even if it's $1,000, even if it's $500, even if it's even $100, anything that you have used to help this community, show this community, so that the trust we have in you. I'm speaking because I love Matthew. I will continue to love Matthew. But at the same time, when it comes to activism, I don't have no friends. I will speak the truth no matter who you are. When you fight corruption, it doesn't matter if my father or my mother, whoever is corrupt, one thing my family knows is whoever is a thief, if it's even my mom that says, Mama, you return your thief, this stolen money. And that is the kind of person I am. I don't have friends when it comes to truth. I feel you need to be transparent and show the expenditure of these donations. Now, secondly, to all these NGOs who have been raising, one person will raise GoFundMe here, helping queer Nigeria. Another person will raise GoFundMe here, helping queer Nigerians. GoFundMe and all the platform we are using, please, at least go fund me on your own. Verify that these transactions and these fundraisers that are being raised on your platform are used for what they are saying it is used for. Because this will become extortion and blackmail and even theft when people raise money on your platform and use it to scam people. This will dent those who truly need this fund. There is somebody out there that truly needs this fund, that needs a medical surgery, that needs a heart transplant, that needs shelter, that needs food, that is depending on this GoFundMe truly. And if we begin to abuse this as leaders and activists, it is a shame on us. So GoFundMe begin to have a form of showing people to bring out their expenditure. Once they have collected the money from your platform, let them have an annual or biannual auditing by you. They must submit to show the expenditure of the funds they have raised and put it back on that project, that project place where they raised that from. They submit it. It becomes a public auditing that those people like me who have donated, common people who have donated, can see where these donations and how these donations has been spent. Same goes to NGOs. Please, Nigerians, stop abusing GoFundMe. Honest people truly need this money. They need this money because they are in situations they never planned to be in. And the more we abuse it, the more these honest people who truly need these funds are denied of food, of shelter, of clothes. You are worse than a criminal who takes a gun to a church and kills everybody. You are just like them. So, and I'm not saying Matthew did this allegedly. Matthew, on your own part, please bring your expenditure. We understand that things can happen, but please show this community, even if you spend this money, show this community that we can still trust you, we can still love you, because we love you, and most of us will be heartbroken if you do not address this situation and let it die out. And remember, breaking news, Wahala. I have been Chimerize Henry Ahonaya. Recap on the news. Our popular Nigerian activist has been accused of using money that is meant for the Nigerian LGBTQ community development and growth to live a lavish lifestyle. Community members are outraged and are no longer trusting these even activists like myself. They are not trusting us anymore. We need to make sure that we have an annual or biannual auditing of GoFundMe and funds that have been raised for the Nigerian LGBTQ community. Community members and community leaders must come together to arrange a council to question and to find those who abuse their positions, their popularity, their fames, and their authority in the Nigerian LGBTQ community. And I remain Chimerize Henry Ahonaya. Peace out.